beyond and ahead of you.
IPOB, the indigenous peoples of Biafra, have made it into some kind of policy that they intend to attack as a first step.
No, they don't intend to attack.
They already did one. They already did one. Senator, they did one already.
Oh, well, is that what you mean? No, what they said is that...
No, where I'm going is this.
Yeah,
where I'm going is this.
Let me get where you're going.
Yes, they said that even though they did the first before they now announced it as a policy, maybe in order to keep the element of surprise, they attacked Deputy Senate President, your colleague, Ike Ekweremadu, in Nuremberg, in Germany. And then after that, they then said they were going to attack all, publicly humiliate all Southeastern leaders. And then, of course, Nigerian leaders. They threatened to go after the president during his visit to Japan for Ticket 7. But those who have been watching this point out a certain irony. The leadership of IPOB, the leader of IPOB, is said to owe his freedom today to you, Senator Ekweremadu, and a couple of others like that. So what went wrong that they now think you are part of the problem?
I don't think that is the best way to look at it. We start from the basis. What have been their grouse? Their grouse is what I had said earlier, which is we see a situation where in the same country there are bifurcated treatments for the same citizens. And so, if you're from the Southeast, first, you're denied access to national resources. Secondly, the Southeast is a zone that is under siege by all the security formations in this country.
Well, the reason they give is that the solution that IPOB has tried to implement was to secede.
No, I'm coming. The siege was there before IPOB.
How so?
From any time that you can go back from the end of the Civil War till today, if you go from the town of Onitsha to Owerri and go from the town of Owerri to Aba, you will get not less than 140 police checkpoints. Every 1 kilometer, there's a police checkpoint. What do? They're not checking for security. They are simply extorting money from commuters on the road, from bus drivers, KK drivers, almost. People pay to be posted to the Southeast. And you leave the Southeast and you're driving all the way to the rest of the country. You don't see the same type of intense policing, let's put it that way. So the question you will ask yourself is, why are we different? Or why are we treated differently? That happened a long time before the question of IPOB came. They didn't bring people because of IPOB. It is the fact that all these things had happened, that there was a deliberate policy to cripple all the ports in the Southeast region, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Warri, all those ones. None of them is working. You will have to take everything to Lagos. And so you're an importer in Onitsha. You must go to Lagos. The shortest one to you is Warri, actually, before even Port Harcourt, One, all those ones. Why? You can't have a ship pass through there. Why? No dredging. Why is there no dredging? Federal government policy, no contracts for it. So you ask yourself, if this is like this way, then that means that there is a deliberate policy to keep us down or something. And so, what is the reaction? Two ways. You appeal or you fight. And so, you have two sets of people in the Southeast now. Those who want to, let's continue talking, let's see how we can resolve this issue. And then those who say, no, we're already down and out. What else does it take? Let us all die. And, you know, the federal government just turns a blind eye. And I continue to say, and I have sat on the floor of the Senate and I've said it, why has this federal government not ever opened their mouth to say that the herdsmen are terrorists? Why? Why would this federal government not ever agree that all those people who are carrying AK-47s are killing people are terrorists? Yet, it was so easy to quickly go to court to get an injunction and declare IPOB terrorists. That means that in the mindset of those who are running this country today, they see some people as their enemies. They have not come out of the Civil War. 50-something years later, they are still fighting the Civil War. And so what they do today is that they come and call us. I'm a politician. I'm one of those who are seen as, and say, oh, don't worry. If you just be with us, we will make you president. And they think they are talking to fools. And they tell us, oh, don't worry. This is time for Igbo president. No Igbo man wants a president. What we want is that you restructure this country so that me and you, Ladi, we are seen as citizens. So that if I carry an AK-47, you jail me. It's not if I carry a flag, you jail me, and then I carry an AK-47, you say, leave him, he's our brother coming from Burkina Faso. How can that be?
But you haven't touched on what I said.
And what is that?
About IPOB.
I have touched on IPOB, and I've told you the underpilling.
Why do they think that you are now part of the problem?
The reason really,
or Senator
the reason really is that they look at me, they look at Ekweremadu, they look at all of us, and they say, but you people are sitting down there. Because there are also young people who believe that you should do the fight, and not that there are other ways of engaging in this. We are not as young as they are. Most of us have crossed 60, and so we believe that you should talk. Quite all right. So you could understand their frustration, because what they will feel is that, I mean, you have talked for too long at every point, you know, and they will tell them, no, understand it. 4 years is not an eternity. So we will have to continue to do these engagements, let me put it that way.
But from what you've said, the political calculus, I've spoken to quite a number of people, and the political calculus is said to now favor the Southeast.
It's not true. Not true. It's nothing but...
If as the political alignments are,
yes,
and they have been since 1999.
Yes.
The South-South, the Southwest have each had a president.
Yes.
The Northwest has had a president. And now, if you take it beyond the geopolitical zones and you talk of simply North and South, it started in the South, it's gone to the North, it's come back to the South, it's gone to the North, and by 2023 it's supposed to come back to the South. In this chair you are sitting, Chief Edwin Clark, Chief John Wodo, have all said that in the case of Chief Clark, he was clear that there's no contesting it. Morality, justice, and even politics dictate that it is the turn of the Southeast. So when you say, as the most senior ranking Southeasterner in the government structure today, that that's not true, many people will be taken aback.
Yeah, I'll have a very simple answer to that. If somebody cannot let you be his gate man, how is he going to give you the keys to his house to come and live in the house? And I've just pointed out to you, show me that one person in this present government of APC, apart from statutory people, who is in this government. Show me one. Statutory ministers. Of course, you must have ministers. That is what the Constitution, tell me which other person. They have SGF, they have this, they have E, they have A, they have all those ones. They never let any person from the Southeast get near. And then they will tell the Southeastern, oh, this and that they will get there. How are you going to get there? And I continue to reiterate, and I ask everybody in APC, if you don't let me be your gate man, how can you give me the key to your house? Because if you want me to be president, that means you're going to bring me in. I'm going to be part of what you do. I'm going to have a role in your government. So if you're a minister, you don't see the president except you go through the chief of staff. Is that not what we are told? Or you write your memo and it goes through the secretary to government. So where do you get in? Where? Yet we have top people. We had former Senate presidents and all that who are part of the APC, yet they are nowhere to be found. And so if somebody, by his demeanor, by his action, does not let you even smell the seat of government, and then the man tells you, don't worry, in 4 years' time, I'm going to give it to you. How will you believe him? That means you're not thinking. So, and that's why I'm saying that those of us who have seen all this, we are saying, it really doesn't matter what you tell me. Because what you tell me is not what is happening. We want that we do devolution of powers, we change the revenue formula, we make sure that part of the revenue formula is, the criteria is changed so that you can move things away. That population plays a part and no longer landmass and all that. Those are the things that we need to do for us to know that we are having a viable union.
So it's all right, thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, my people, the video I just finished watch now is the video of Enyinnaya Iberibe when he was sounding like a real Biafran, a real Igbo man. Not until Nigeria happened to him and then his dance step changes. I know the video might be old video, you understand, but when I was doing my research on what to present to my people this morning, I come across this video. I watched it from beginning to the end, and I found out that a lot of points are in that video, which I have never seen anybody who have the wisdom to interpret it to the knowledge of everyone who have watched the video or people who have seen not yet watched the video. Because of the way he sound, I think the video is even before the 2023 general election. But that's not the issue. The issue here now is Enyinnaya Iberibe was once a Biafran, was once a staunch supporter of Nnamdi Kanu, to the extent that he shot his mass in Nnamdi Kanu 2017 when the first time Buhari got hold of him. And then the rest becomes a history. When they invaded Martin Nnamdi Kanu's home, Enyinnaya Iberibe, I don't know whether he is part of the game that invaded Nnamdi Kanu's home. But he quickly rushed to High Court and withdrew the shorty he put there, because I thought I could remember he put around 100 million naira with some landed properties documents in Abuja. So he just rushed. He don't even care to find out whether Nnamdi Kanu is still alive or dead. That made me to think that it seems like this man is complicit in what happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home in Afaruku, Ibeku, in Abia State, Omahia. So what am I trying to say? In this video, Iberibe sounded very well. He made mention of so many points that nobody have ever be able to talk or to touch on or to talk about all these years. If you have gotten hold of this video and you didn't notice the points in it, both the interviewer and the person that have been interviewed, that means you still need to read it more. Let me not use another language that will make you to feel that I'm insulting you. No, I'm not insulting you. Everybody's understanding differs. The way you understand the video will not be the same way I understand the video. And the video is very old, but this is my first time of seeing this video. And that was why I said, in terms of media, there's nothing that is new, that is nothing that is old. What you watch in years back, you can still rewatch it again today and gather a lot of points and a lot of wisdom from it. That was how they used to know a very good student when we back then when we were in school. I think you're understanding my point. Even Martin Namdekano say videos that have lasted for over a decade and till today. The video has still been played in so many quarters. The video has still been played and listened to in so many organizations, both home and abroad. So back to the story of Enyinnaya Iberibe. This is how they sound when they were still an Igbo man. But now, what is in them now is a Fulani blood. I don't know whether in that Abuja they used to give them Fulani women, you know, all these small girls, to be massaging them and rubbing their ego and turning their brain upside down. Because almost all the whole politicians that are living in Abuja, none of them are sounding like a real Igbo blood. That made me to begin to question whether their heritage or their bloodline is from Fulanis. But I doubt that. I doubt it. But the only way they begin to sound like Fulanis is that all these people that are living in Abuja, they used to go and pack Fulani Akwato, Fulani Okpo, and pack all of them and give to them. So when they stay with all these women, it seems like that's something they used to inject them that make them to be reasoning like Fulani instead of reasoning like the Igbos where they come from. Enyinnaya Iberibe of yesteryears and today is not the same. If you call Enyinnaya Iberibe now, ask him any question about the Biafrans, he will rather tell you how he constructed a construction project of $1 or $2. He will not answer to the question. But look at him when he was then a real Biafran. When he was then a real Igbo man, let me not use Biafra, a real Igbo man. But now he becomes, he becomes a shadow of himself. A lot of things have been said on this video. I don't know where to start, I don't know where to end. But I want you to understand that anybody who speaks like this in the past and in the future, the person backslided, then we need to ask a very interesting questions. What really goes on the line? Because in as much as we all are supporting the Biafrans, the Biafra movement, and we all believed that someday, somehow, that all these dreams must surely come to pass. But the people we are dealing with are the most animals in the whole world. Even the Europeans have confirmed that Nigerian politicians are the worst animals anybody can ever imagine to have in their home as pets. Because they are going to buy you overnight. When this guy was speaking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for the Biafrans, I think that was when this interview was conducted. Then he never started to sound biased. He never started to behave like what do you call it, like a sabo. Anybody who come out openly with his mind to support Biafrans, my brother, the Nigerian government is going to come out and hit that person with an offer that will never reject. By the time Enyinnaya made this video, his constituency project money is over 250 or 230 million naira. But as I'm talking to you now, Enyinnaya Iberibe is taking home every month over 500 million naira as a constituency project money. Why the increment? Because he started sound bias on the Biafrans. So what am I trying to say? The point here I'm trying to make here is that we can never trust any Southeast politicians that is working under Nigerian government. So anybody who sees them and say, oh, now they have started to talk about this, talk about that, my brother, just wait, just watch them. They will hit them with the offer they will never say no to. That is what we are suffering in that southeast. They have already bought all of them. 50% of Ebonians now are Muslims. They are using money to buy them. 5 million, 2 million, 3 million. The money that the Christianity can never give to them. And we are suddenly losing ground. And people are busy saying nothing they happen. My brother, something they happen. These people are in for a very, 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 they're in for a real business. And we all are busy fighting one another on the internet. It is appalling. And it is a call for action. Something have to be done before it is too late. Few comments follow this video. Or rather, a lot of comments, but we are going to take few. Amechikis said, a 70 years old man, you are a mumu man. That is his own, your own opinion. Gideon Obioma said, yes, my biggest brother. That is nothing but true. No one can stop it. God bless you and your family. Ihanyi Chukwu said, tell Enyinnaya Iberibe to give you Biafra since he is in the Senate. Tell him to move a motion for the restoration of your Biafra. Ihanyi Chukwu. Ndibo. NSPL said, forget about this president of this country. Divide Nigeria and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now it's already late, Joe. Bright is Chukwu, Mr. Man, what is your problem with of IPOB? Can you fight for Fulani? Zeg Durago said, this man is a man of God. Abi? Ike Chukwu Thomas, I think that the biased interviewer can now cover his face in shame, having heard the truth and the simple demand from the people. The label terrorists simply restructure the country and develop of power. And devolution of power. Change the revenue formula and follow the purpose of which for which late General Sani Abacha created the 6 geopolitical zones to ensure the president rotates to all the geopolitical zones over time. But the Biafra war is still on the patchy, according to this our brother. Madabu Chinwood said, Ndezi ala Igbo are the people holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If they are wise, government will do what they want. I beg you, let us just end it here because a lot of comments here we cannot go on and be reading all. But I just want you to take one thing home in this video that Mazi or whatever they call him, Enyinnaya Iberibe, is now a full-fledged Fulani blood. So whatever he says concerning the Biafrans or concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, concerning IPOB should not be taken serious. He was then a Biafra, but now the demography have changed. So he's now singing the songs of his masters, his paymasters in Asorok and every other northern part of the country. All for power. They are ready to throw the Biafrans, the Igbos, under the bus to remain in power. But Chukwu Okiabiama will surely uproot them one by one when the time is right. So please like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. More videos are coming your way today. And don't forget, today happens to be Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, and it is 9th day in the month of April in the year of 2025. We are moving forward. It shall be well with all of us, my wonderful people. Ke Mesiano.